the day. Please don't be late. Call your friends, I'll call my friends. Let's go and be changed. TMP is doing the most. TMP is doing the most. It's the time of the day. Please don't be late. Call your friends, I'll call my friends.
Hello everybody, welcome back to The Miracle Perspective, and this is the TMP Legends Show. Ladies and gentlemen, I think I should call this Around the World because recently I've been taking you all over the world. We've been to Mexico, we've been to United States of America. Today we are in France. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a friend of mine I met at the 10X Bootcamp with Grant Cardone. We went to a breakout room and I met this guy there. The energy was just so phenomenal. This guy had life and he was just recording voice notes, and I'm like, this is the kind of energy I want on the TMP channel. This guy has a very interesting story that I want you to learn and hear from him. And this guy is the one and only Gabriel Julien. Bonjour, bonjour, ami.
Hey, what's up? Comment ça va?
Comment ça va? Ça va bien. How's it, man?
Pretty good. What about you, my friend?
No, I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. Tell us, how's the situation there in France? What's happening there?
It's actually like right now we are actually going back to lockdown again. So it's like, But
Yes.
anyway, I'm still doing the work, still going to the things that I need to do in order to get my life and whatever I want.
No, but I like your energy, man. Even though the situations around you are not, they seem like they're against you guys being in lockdown and stuff like that, but you still have the energy. Quickly tell the people about yourself, man. Who are you and what is it that makes you you?
Let's go. So I actually told that to Miracle before. We actually did a pitch in the 10X Bootcamp. Right now is the time to get it out. Let's do that.
Show them, brother.
Let's show it. Let's do it. So when I was a young child, really young child, I was doing great. I was extroverted, talking to everybody. I was happy until middle school. When I came to middle school was a time where my life was destroyed for a simple reason. People started to bullying me, to make me not worth it. I started to get angry to the world. I started to get shy. I started to not talk to anybody. They actually called me the sheep, the sheep. I was following everybody, not saying a word for pretty much the whole day. That's how it was.
Wow.
So I lost pretty much all my confidence. Then came high school after middle school. In that period, I started to experience some change because I was sick of being sick and tired, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. So what I actually did is in the first semester, actually, you do some sports and things like that. And the first sport I was introduced to was going to the gym. So that was really great. I actually really liked it. So I started to take interest in that thing, going harder and harder and harder, learning more and more each time I went to it, to then starting to get from 112 kilograms all the way down to 82 kilograms.
Wow.
In 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
So that was a really great change for me because it bring me not only the great body, but most importantly, the confidence. And confidence is so important right now. You cannot have too much confidence. You can never be too confident.
I like that.
Because let me tell you something. It showed me how important it is to share your message to the world, to being able to talk and to say what you have to say. Because let me tell you something. When you are called the sheep and everybody is laughing at you and you don't even have the energy, the confidence to respond to that, you are feeling miserable. So I started to learn something. I started to learn a few things. After going to the gym, I was still going to the gym, all the things like that, but I started to get some skills because I knew I needed to share that with the world. So what I actually did was learning filmmaking, photography, and digital marketing for a simple reason, because I thought that all of those skills, if I'm good enough to get them all together, to deliver those skills to people and to actually myself share this message all over the world, I will be able to help a lot of people. Because obscurity is our biggest problem.
Okay.
Not even the obscurity like in our life, in the world. Yes, that's a big problem. One of the biggest problems you should face. But the biggest problem is like the obscurity in ourselves.
Wow.
We don't know ourselves. We are not confident enough to talk and to discover ourselves, to do things. And that's really the worst thing that you can have.
Wow.
In the world. So what I want to do today is to actually ask you. I'm asking you first to check out Miracle, because actually you're on his channel, and give it a subscribe. That's good for him. And second, I would like you to follow me and all the guys like Miracle and all the guys that want you to go to the next level, because you are worth something. You are confident, even if you think you are not worth it and you are not confident. You are. That's just the narrative in your head. Let me tell you something. I realized that I was not the shy person. Because when I started college, I actually dropped out a few months ago. And yes, I had the results in the things that I was good at, which was like speaking to class and all the class about like negotiation, all the things like that. I was the best in the.
Tell me something. Tell me something before you run. You dropped out a few months ago.
I dropped out a few months ago.
What were you doing? What were you studying, and what led to you dropping out?
Actually, before I dropped out, I was studying in high school. I was studying science and biology. I didn't like that at all, because I was doing mathematics and physics that I really hated. But after that, I still went to college because, my parents were like, hey, go to college. That's the path that you should go there. So I went there. I went to college and actually choose to get to some kind of a marketing / sales degree, like a really general and broad stuff, which was good at first, because I was like, I'm not doing the stuff I hate anymore. So that was really great. And I met a lot of great people here. But after some time, because I was studying like my future job when I was in high school, and I was pretty much learning all the things practical that I was going to use. When I went to college, I was like, all those things, they are not practical at all. I cannot use them in my future job. So I thought like, okay, let's say I drop now, or I do the degree and I get a degree. With the knowledge and the experience I would get, I would be at the same point for my business, whether I drop now or I drop like it was. So I was like, okay, if I got like more time for my business, I will progress more and do more. So that was what I thought, and that's why I dropped out of school actually.
Wow.
And so I want to go back to my pitch a bit, because I need to say something.
Yeah.
Follow us, guys. Follow us. Follow the people that want to get you to the next level, like Miracle and me, and a lot of other people. Let's you be took by us and to go forward with us, because you are worth something. Just guys, don't be the sheep anymore. Follow us. We will help you. Get with us, guys.
I like that message, man. Tell me something. So what did your parents say and people around you when you decided to drop out?
Actually, it was a bit mixed, because my parents, I really love my parents. Even though I did things like that were really like counterintuitive and out of the norm, and like seems really scary for them, they always supported me. Always. My father especially was like really not good at all with that decision, but I took it, and they let me took it. They were just like, okay, Gabriel, because my parents are in agriculture, And since I'm like 13, I'm working with them every summer. Each summer, I'm working with them for 2 months in the big holidays. So they were like, okay, you wanna drop out of school? You're gonna work in the morning, like in the heat of the summer, and in the afternoon you're gonna basically like do your stuff. It's like, okay. The reaction they got was really like, for I think like still now. So I dropped out in May, so it was like, I don't know, like around 5 months ago. Right now, for 1 or 2 months, my mother especially actually understood, because I've got a friend that did a degree in graphic design and she's struggling to get clients. So she doesn't have her thing. And my mother especially saw that even if you have the degree, with the special times period we are in, the degree doesn't make you successful. You know, you need to go to work, to go prospect, to go meet. Understood, but she's like, yeah, you still took the hard way. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do the easy stuff. My father, like, I think really like it was really more painful for him. Actually, the night after, I remember that he woke up like at like 3 or 2 a.m. in the morning, and he went working because he was like, I cannot sleep. So I can tell you, so that wasn't an easy decision. I was thinking about it for a long time ago, but that wasn't an easy decision at all. And my parents were like, yeah, he's doing his own stuff. Maybe it's gonna work. Like, yeah. I hope it's gonna be the right choice, you know. But they weren't like, yeah, he's doing nothing of his life and stuff. Yeah. They were like, please. But they were still hopeful, because they don't really know. They are a lot of old school, you know, because I'm a lot into digital new stuff. So they are like, yeah, I don't really know how it works in the internet and all the things like that. So they were like, okay, we don't know this world, yet we are still a bit scary on how it's going to work. But with the progress I've made, they are starting to see the results I've got, the improvements I'm actually doing. So they are like, okay, they're starting to believe in me more and more. But it wasn't an hard decision. It wasn't an easy decision, excuse me.
Nice, man. So how's your business doing now? Since you started working on it full time, how's your business doing? What can you say about the successes you've made so far?
Okay, so actually what I did is like, I started really to focus my business like in June, because I had some time to like be like, okay, I quit school. And I was like, really dropped my confidence a lot. So I wasn't doing a lot. So it made me do the mistake. Actually, it's not really a mistake, but I did like, I became in the learning porn mode in all the summer. I pretty much only learned stuff, but not really applying them a lot. So it helped me to get more clarity back and to understand kind of what I needed to do, but I still didn't took enough action. So that's a regret I've got. And it was since like 1 big month that I really started to take action. I still got some clients in the summer, yet I started to take really action 1 or 2 months ago. So right now, what I'm actually doing is still helping my parents to do stuff and to get a bit of money and getting a bit of revenue. For now, it's not big. It's like a few hundreds, like maybe around 1,000 that I'm getting, but it helps me to get started. And you know, I talked about confidence at the beginning. Yeah. What's the most important thing I'm getting right now is that I remember like, it was actually in the Sunday of the boot camp. Remember that Sunday? And that day I closed my first deal on the phone, like talking to somebody. Not really? Like, hey, I mean, yeah, actually, because I actually closed deals in the summer, but they were like pretty much already interested. So I didn't have a lot of work to do. That's the first sale that I started from someone that's like weren't pretty much interested. But when I pitched it and helped the person, he was like, okay, let's go. And that's the first sale I closed on the Sunday of the bootcamp. And that brought me tons of confidence. What I still struggle is to like have the full confidence around my product, myself, and my services, because I was so conditioned with like, yeah, you are a child, maybe it's going to work, maybe it's not. Even if I know
Yeah.
It works, but it doesn't manifest in my action right now. So that's one thing I'm working on right now. So I'm listening a lot to Grant Cardone, 10x Rule, all the programs around mindset, because I need to really fix that. But I know I've got the strategies, I've got everything, I can go forward. I just need to fix my mindset still a bit, and that's it.
I like that, man. I like that because the courage. You say what Grant usually says is that what is it that makes money? Money doesn't make money. It's courage that makes money. And you've got that. You've got the courage to actually start something and to even talk about it. Look at you right now. I mean, it's a few months since you started, but you're already talking about it. And how old are you, by the way?
I'm 19.
Imagine. So many people are stuck. They have got ideas, but they can't do because they think they are young and they don't have enough information. And they feel like, what are my parents gonna say? What are my peers gonna say? What is the society gonna say around me? So they are stuck in one place, they're unhappy, and they are not even working in their full and maximum potential. But here you are, my friend. You started something during lockdown and you're moving. And I like the fact that you're even open about it. You're not even lying to say, yeah, I'm doing great. I started 2 months ago and now I'm a millionaire. You see those kind of things. So
I'm far from it, but that's my goal, man. I'm gonna do the million. I'm gonna do the billion even, but
I like that, man. Yeah,
that's the
like
goal. I actually really struggled before to say openly what I was doing. I was like, yeah, I'm doing great, and that's it. Like
that's awesome, man.
Full situation before.
No,
But right
man,
now I'm open about it. I'm like, okay, man, gonna be honest, transparent.
Exactly. Because there's a start to everything. There's where you start and where you're going. So this is the type of video that you're gonna say, when I started, I did this interview. And I mean, 5 years down the line, you're like, here I am. I'm a multimillionaire right now. And this is where I started. And I went out and I spoke about it. And I mean, that's a success story that you have to your name. And I love that, man. And I'm happy that I brought you here when you were just about to start, when you were still starting up. I'm going to be one of your success stories. That's what makes me happy, man.
Exactly. That makes me a lot happy because I don't know if you guys know, but that's actually my first interview that I'm doing right now.
Oh,
So am I doing a great job actually?
You're doing a great job, man. You're doing a great job. Keep it up. I'm telling you, man, the other interviews that you're going to do from here, I'm telling you, bro, they're going to be massive and amazing. But you're doing a great job. You're doing a great job. So,
That's
man,
good, man.
Keep moving, man. I'm inspired by your story because I'm also in the same boat. I resigned from my work, 5 months ago, in May as well. I resigned from my work and I started my own company. And right now I'm hardcore full-time into my own company, growing it. Still quite in the beginning phases, learning a lot, failing a lot. And the future is bright. I like the fact that we are still hanging in there and we are pushing with the hope for a better future. And that's what all matters, man, at this point.
Because when everything is when you cannot see what's going on, because let me tell you something, in France actually, I don't know if it's the same around the world, but the situation is really strange. We pretty much learn how we are going to be cooked each day. Basically we learned that we were locked down again. There were nothing, rumors a bit, but it wasn't serious at all. But in 2 days, it started to get maybe we're still going to get confined. Some cases are starting to come back to we're going to lock down Thursday.
Wow. That's bad.
So it was really brutal. So I think right now, today in the world, we have a lot of problems to see where we are going, in the context of the economy. It may seem a bit strange because you think that the people that drive the country, that drive the economy, that drive all of that drive the system, don't see where the people are going. Because the truth is that nobody knows where the world is going.
100%.
You don't know. The only thing you can control, don't focus on controlling that. The only thing you can control is what you see and where you want to go. And if you set the goal, if you commit to it, and you're okay, I'm focusing on that light, there is smoke all around it, but I see the light, I see it. And you go towards it, If you still go towards it, whatever happens, because it's the light, you see it. It's
Wow.
not clear, it's far, but you see it. You still gotta go towards it. If you still go towards that light, I'm sure that you will get something that you want. And you will find that there is a direction, there is an after, there is something, there is a future. We are not lost. You just need to go forward on something that you believe in.
Awesome, man. That's deep. That's great, man. I like that. I like what you just shared now. Look at what you see now and look at where you're going. That's what matters. Whatever happens in between, keep being reminded of where you're going. Keep seeing the light in front of you. And that's the message, man. Be focused on the future. Be focused on the goal. And let your obstacles be motivation. I love that. I love that, my brother.
Don't focus on the past. Don't focus on the past, because I've got a lot of people around me that are already focusing on their fears, the things that they are feeling right now. And I'm telling them, like, no, stop thinking about the past. Your solution to your problems are not in the past. They're not even in the present, because like present is now the past. You know? Now what you gotta focus on is the future.
Wow. That
The solution is in the future.
That's dope, man. That's dope. That's great lessons you shared there, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Do you have anything as parting short? Any last words to the viewers? What do you want people to know about you? And yeah, everybody, please follow Gabriel Julier. Follow Gabriel on all social media platforms. Follow him on his YouTube channel. Follow him on Instagram. Follow him on Facebook. This man is going far. This man is doing great stuff. As I told you guys, I met him because of his amazing energy. This is amazing energy. He posts every day on Instagram, and positivity all the way. Positivity all the way. So what are your last words to the people, Gabriel?
Last word are gonna be like, don't give up, guys, because at some points it's gonna be hard. Sometimes it's gonna be easy, and sometimes it's gonna be really hard and depressing. In that summer, even though I quit school, even though I started to get after my passion, I faced other challenges. The people around me that started to get like, the relationship became different. I started to get other obstacles. And you really get things that you don't even imagine. That are gonna be so hard, I'm telling you. I think I wanna have. Do you wanna have the hard life with the results that you always wanted? Or do you want to have because you will have an hard life anyway, things are going to be hard. Or do you want to have the hard life with the regrets? The regret that I wish I did that. I wish I gave more in that. I wish I was like going harder on that thing. I wish I tried that thing. Don't wish. Do right now, so you are not wishing. Pay the price right now, so you're not paying it later.
Wow.
Pay the price today so you can pay any price tomorrow. My man. My man, that was deep, man. That was amazing. I love that. And one last thing I want to ask you, man, because this is the miracle perspective, and it's not really about my perspective. Yeah, my name is there. It's the pun intended. But it's about the extraordinary, the life-changing perspective. What is your view? What can you say about perspective? What is the importance of perspective in your view?
What is perspective? What is perspective? It's important.
Yeah.
Perspective is important because, as I told you, you can see the situation that we are in right now like a total mess, because it is. But you can decide to focus on the opportunities that it brought.
Wow.
Example, for me, I'm a digital marketer, so I pretty much got no problem. I can still work with people all around the world that are still working and still getting bigger. For example, e-commerce businesses are getting bigger and better right now.
Definitely.
So maybe I can start to work with e-commerce businesses, start to see the opportunities. Right now, I may not be able to do a personal visit and like drop to someone's office. I'm not be able to do that. So how am I gonna do that? I'm not gonna be like, oh, I cannot work with people. I cannot get. Yes, but you can also figure out ways to go over that. That's an obstacle. And as Miracle taught you, use obstacles to go forward. Because after that, you're going to learn, yeah, you can do things that way. Then you have that piece and you can use it when things go back to normal and you have two things that you are strong at. Before you only had one. And you got two because of an obstacle. So use the obstacles and the things that block you to go forward, guys.
Wow, 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 wow. My man. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup, mon ami. Yo, man, thank you so much for being generous with your time. Thank you so much for being generous with the knowledge. Thank you so much for being generous with your life. I mean, sharing your personal story is not easy for many people, but you came out here and you shared your personal story, a very emotional story and a very touching story with the hope of changing somebody's life out there. And I believe that you guys have been touched by this guy's story and you've been inspired. And if you have been inspired, comment below, like this video, share this video with your friends, and subscribe.
Remember, guys, this video.
I just got one more fear to say.
Yeah.
Before. Just to share with the audience. Guys, you know, I've dreamed about that kind of interview, that kind of moment where I was able to like impact an audience, to give a results. Right now, this dream is becoming truth. So I'm gonna tell you, never stop. Even if it seems far, guys, this day came for me. It's gonna come for you.
Exactly.
It's gonna come for you, guys. Let's go forward, guys.
Awesome, man. And I'm happy that I was the vessel that was used to bring this day to you, my man. I'm happy for that. Thanks a lot, man, for joining me. So guys, it's finished. Till we meet again next week. It's finished.
Miracle perspective is in the area. Perspective. It's finished.